Ellen DeGeneres is angry now, and she's, you know, this show covered Ellen, the downfall of Ellen, but she is angry. Now, if you remember, before Ellen was made to leave TV, there was some information that came out that she was putting her interns on crosses and crucifying them in the back of her show, and she was engaging in behavior that people didn't like. She was torturing people that worked for her. I've known Ellen DeGeneres as a figure, not personally, but as a figure since I'm a child. But I know people that have worked for Ellen and that have been around Ellen, and Ellen is a tough bitch. She's no joke. She's got a great real estate portfolio. We do respect that. But she likes to torture people. That is what she gets off on. Like a Roman emperor, like Attila the Hun, any of the Huns probably. But there are historic figures that have been similar to Ellen throughout history. These are people who enjoy going through the town, lighting the thatched roof houses on fire, watching the people scurry out of their houses as it burns, and then their children in front of them. This is the type of person. And then, by the way, and no judgment here. This sounds like I'm saying negative things. What I'm using is very descriptive words, okay? Ellen shares a lot of qualities with that type of person, kind of a marauding cannibal warlord. She took a moment to acknowledge the controversy that surrounded her talk show, Ellen, when it concluded May 2022. She joked that she was kicked out of show business for being mean. Her comments referenced the public allegations of a toxic workplace that came out ahead of the talk show's end. She continued in her comedy routine that she became the most hated person in America. She was not. She was not. No one really cared. She was just around for too long. Here's the thing. You can't be around forever. People get sick of you. There is a natural, aversion that people have to, like, inevitability. You know, that's one of the reasons people say Hillary Clinton lost. She was inevitable. People just felt like something was being shoved down their throat every moment. Ellen DeGeneres was on television forever. In every decade, Ellen DeGeneres pretty much was around. And she had her show for a really long time. And I think towards the end of it, instead of bowing out gracefully, they had to kind of force her out by talking about some of the things that she didn't. And she didn't like the way her talk show ended. She's upset about that. She should have controlled. That's what a controlled demolition is. You control how it goes down. She couldn't do that. She didn't have a say in how she, but what did you want? I mean, the whole thing is being turned on its head. Ellen actually got out at the right time. She got out at the right time. Stock prices are crashing. People's money's getting fucked with. There are strikes. What else did this woman want? She got incredibly successful. And she was kind of a dick to a lot of people. And that's okay. She didn't kill anyone. She's just, she wasn't fun. Now, part of the problem was that on her television show, she was fun. She was goofy. She liked to dance. And I miss her because she'd be dancing right now for Israel. And I think that would be fun to watch. Ellen DeGeneres right now would be dancing. And that would be good. Ellen, of course, we all know is in the CIA. She's friends with the Bush family, and she's in the Central Intelligence Agency. It is not rare that people in entertainment are recruited by the CIA. Ellen is in the CIA. There's nothing wrong with it. But she would be dancing right now for Israel. Ellen right now would be on television talking about the need to go into a Rafah, is it, in Palestine? Ellen right now would be talking to an Israeli general on her show about the need to go into Rafah and turn those people into soup. That's what she'd be doing, because that's what her show was about. Every now and then they snuck in like a national security thing, and I've brought it up a million times. We're not going to go through it. You can look it up. I've repeated it a million times. After the Stephen Paddock thing, one guy saw Stephen Paddock alive. His name was Jesus Campos. He was a security guard at Mandalay Bay. He's on Ellen, which is a daytime talk show, and they have a whiteboard up, and he's showing them how this guy's done no interviews since. I think he did one interview with Hannity that was like heavily scripted, but he's sitting down with Ellen with a whiteboard and a diagram of the whole thing that went down with Stephen Paddock. Not a journalist, not any credible news person, with Ellen, who 5 minutes before this was like, I don't know, doing the box step with her, brain dead studio audience. And now she's interviewing this, the one man to see the largest mass shooting in America, the one man to see that guy, she's interviewing. So they call her in when they need her. She was the daytime TV, I'm telling you. She just get a photo of that if there's new fans of the show or people who haven't seen it. Jesus Campos and Ellen, it's unreal. If you haven't seen it, it's the most unreal thing you'll ever see. Get it up, and they're right, and they go, there's a diagram. What is that?
This is a big check.
Oh, that's a big check. Well, what did she give him? She probably gave him hush money. She probably. Yeah, right. So there's now look at. I want everyone to look at this. What kind of daytime talk show is this? She's dressed like she works for North Korea. She's in a North Korean outfit with a pointer telling him how it happened. If you watch the clip, she's not even allowing him. She goes, this is what happened, right? What kind of daytime talk show? So make no mistake, if Ellen right now was on her show, it would be Ellen, and it would be Bibi Netanyahu, and they would be doing disco, and they'd be in disco outfits dancing, and she would be talking about the importance of going into Rafah to deliver the civilian aid. That's where, so Ellen's really not upset about not being on, she's upset about not being in the game anymore, because they need people to be in the game. Ellen was in the game for a minute, and now she's not in the game. She's been benched. I don't know where she is, Montecito, Hawaii, wherever that lives, she's fine. The she dated went into a house. Anne Heche. Remember Anne Heche? Can we talk about this for a minute while we're having fun? This show is for entertainment purposes only. Anne Heche, who was Ellen's main for a long time, ended up, look at the car that Heche went in. This is nuts. So this is Ellen's first wife, ends up going in, and I'm not trying to do QAnon here. I don't know what happened. I'm not saying that they got rid of Anne Heche. Don't accuse me of doing QAnon. I'm just saying, just from knowing Ellen, from being, this woman ends up, what did she do? She crashes into a house.
She was drinking, and she was driving around kind of like Ocean Park, Venice area, and then drove into a home.
Well, that's not great. And that's what happened. And that was Ellen's first wife, right?
Yeah, partner. Yeah, exactly.
Ellen's first partner ended up drinking and driving into a house. I'm just saying that that's a negative thing. Did Ellen make a statement about, did Ellen say anything about, I'm going to get myself killed if I don't shut my mouth. She's got a lot more money than me, that woman. Did Ellen even address this? Let's see, how inhuman was, let's see if Ellen addresses Anne Heche into the house.
Okay, hold on.
I miss Ellen in these troubled times because Ellen was the Illuminati's buddy on daytime TV, and she would get everybody eating cupcakes, and then she would bring out the whiteboard and the pointer and tell everybody what was really going on.
Here you go.
In response to being asked if she will be giving well wishes for Anne's recovery, DeGeneres said, I don't want anyone to be hurt. What?
Paparazzi like caught her outside in Santa Barbara. She was like walking. She didn't do any official statement though.
Well, what are you going to do? But Ellen's upset. But I wish she was back now. I wish she was back because you need someone like that. The country needs someone like that they can call on the red phone. Ellen's a red phone. They get a red phone in the green room. They call directly on the red phone. Someone high up in the Biden administration calls and they go, the red phone's ringing. And she goes in and goes, yup. Okay. She goes, discuss the importance of our tradition of protesting, but also that a lot of the chemicals used on the children are non-toxic. Okay. And and then she'd get out there and she'd start dancing immediately. She'd be flossing. She'd be doing like all the, the or the Fortnite dances and everything. And then she'd be doing that dumb thing they do. And then she'd get out and she'd be like, we have a great tradition of protest in America. And there's nothing, and listen, a lot of the chemicals being used on these children are non-toxic. And that's what we have to remember. That it's just like getting a little saline water in your eye. That's it. Nothing, she is, we lost a very important leader in our country. I don't know what she's doing now and I don't care. But I do wish her well.